almost blasphemous wearing my favorite color today. Hey, it's Amanda. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you for taking a few minutes every day to hang out with me. I know, right? Are you shocked to see me in orange, my favorite color? Honestly, this is one of my favorite hoodies. It is a Mr. Beast hoodie, hashtag invest in Beast. First, I really enjoyed Mr. Beast's content. Second, it's a reference to Dragon Ball Z, which is one of my favorite animes. They wear a lot of orange in that show. It's fitting. I bought me and Griffin a matching set, and how did I end up with orange when he is the Clemson fan? Today's video, I'm super excited because it's a collab with one of my good friends here on YouTube, Kayla Remarks. I absolutely adore Kayla. She is so sweet and supportive, and she has amazing content. She is a fellow dry skin girl, so I'm definitely curious on what products that she's using. She'll also do a month-long hauls of just using one skincare brand a month and doing a really thorough recap of the products. She just recently did an Ordinary one. I definitely took notes on what products I wanted to use from the Ordinary. That has been a brand that's been on my radar for such a long time. I'm just really excited that we're finally doing a collab together. She came up with the idea of covering top 5 products from 5 different brands, and it really got me thinking. I have so many products and brands in my collection, but it was really hard to think about what 5 products from that brand could I use for this video. I just like a handful of products from each brand. I was really coming in about 3 products, so I almost had to change it to top 3 products from 5 brands, but I did come up with 5 brands because I did resort to some skincare. I'm kind of shocked at the brands that I chose for this video. I talk about so many different brands, and you would think that some of my favorite brands would have made it in. Take Fenty, for example. It's one of my favorite brands, but I haven't used that many Fenty products to really come up with 5 top ones for this video. Don't forget to check Kayla out to see her top 5 products from 5 different brands. And if you're visiting from Kayla's channel, welcome. Thank you so much for checking me out. I hope you subscribe and give this video a like before you leave. Before I jump in, leave me a comment right now which 5 brands you think made it into my list. Should we start with skincare or makeup? I'm gonna save skincare for the end. Build up that suspense. Fair warning, diving into this video, there are a lot of lip products mentioned in this video. I am very particular with my lip products. I thought I was gonna have a crap ton of eyeshadow palettes, but I have a bunch of lip products instead, which kind of surprised me. The first brand I chose out was Jeffree Star. As I wear Bloodlust on my eyes today, it's been a hot minute since I reached for this palette because I did 3 videos on it. I felt like it needed a little bit more love because I'm always reaching for this product, which is Jawbreaker. I absolutely love this palette. It is one of my absolute favorites, and it barely looks like I even touched into it, but I think that's just how his shadows roll. I feel like I'm never gonna hit pan on any of his shadows just from how much product there is, and this color story just offers so much. It's funny because it was a palette that I used a little bit when I first got this palette, then I put it off for a while. Now that I've started reaching for it again, I can't stop using it. I really like the formula of Jawbreaker. I feel like the shimmers and the mattes perform up to par. I haven't had any blending issues with it, even with the shade Delicious, which looks like it would be a little bit tricky, but I have no complaints. This is my favorite palette that he has come out with. I would like to see another Jawbreaker inspired palette, just like from how colorful it is, even though I really want to see like a green focus palette, and I've heard that he might be coming out with a nude palette, which all sounds exciting, but I just love a palette that has so much to offer like Jawbreaker. Like Blue Blood and Bloodlust, I've had a little bit of issues here and there with just like 1 or 2 shades, but Jawbreaker gives me no issues at all. I had to choose a highlighter. I used the Platinum Ice face palette, and I'm not sure if that formula is different from the traditional big compact highlighters. This is the Mint Condition, and it is my absolute favorite highlighter. The camera's picking it up white, but applied, you have that green shift to it. It's very subtle. Like, you have to be in the right lighting to actually see the green, but it is super blinding. So it can almost pass as a white highlighter. This was the first highlighter I picked up from Jeffree. I've had it for a while. I don't see the expiration on it. It still performs like as if I just got it yesterday. And this compact is huge. I'm never gonna go through it. I reach for it only once in a while. I kind of forgot about it. So I did the monochromatic St. Patty's Day look, and I've been reaching for it ever since. And I recently just got the Brain Freeze highlighter palette from his mystery boxes that I need to play around with. This product, I feel like you get a lot of bang out of your buck for. The newest Jeffree product to me is the gloss, and I really like these. These aren't sticky at all. I love the doe foot applicator. They just look really nice over the lips. I am obsessed with this shade. Oh, that print is tiny. Candy Drip. is my favorite shade that I have. Just gives like that nice gloss sparkly effect. I have mentioned in a couple of my videos that I'm not really much of a gloss person, but I'm trying to wear more glosses to like work, for instance. Sometimes I don't really want to wear a lipstick because if you eat, it's just gonna get all over the place, reapply. So glosses are something that I'm trying to shift towards, and I really enjoy this formula. I was kind of skeptical at first when Jeffree first launched the glosses because I watched the video and I was like, oh girl, these swatches on the lips do not look pretty at all. And the first glosses that I got were in the mystery boxes, and this is the one that I've been reaching towards more and more. I'm also a fan of Jeffree's Velour liquid lipsticks. This is the shade I'm Nude. This is definitely an older lipstick that I have from him, and I've worn it a handful of times. It's when I was trying to make nude lipstick work. It's definitely a little bit on the peachier side. It doesn't look too nude for me, and it's probably expired. His liquid lipsticks are very, very, very long wearing. I remember the first time I wore one of his liquid lipsticks, it was for a wedding. Even after showering that night, I still had some lipstick on my lips. I was like, dang. When he said that these are long wearing, they are long wearing. They were not coming off. The one I really want to get right now, because I saw it floating around on Facebook, is Drug Lord. People were talking about using that as an eyeshadow base. And if you've done that, let me know in the comments how that worked out for you. I'm definitely very curious to see how that might make your eyeshadows pop. His liquid lipsticks are also eye safe, so you can dip a eyeliner pencil in, use it as liner. So I like how you can get a bunch of different uses out of this. And then lastly, I have one of his bullet lipsticks. This is the shade Baby Spice. This is my favorite shade of bullet lipstick that he has. It is one of the most perfect pinks for me. I either like my pink on like the rosier side like this, or I like the hot pink. And this rosy pink looks so pretty with neutral looks. I think it would even go with this eye look. Now that I'm looking at it, I wonder how it would pair with the gloss. That's something I'm also trying to do, is to pair some lipsticks with glosses. Maybe this video really helped me decide a good combination. I'm very picky about my liquid lipstick and bullet lipstick formulas. His liquid lipsticks really do dry down nice. No transfer, as I mentioned, I struggle getting it off, but it doesn't really dry out my lips. And his cream lipsticks, they're a little bit more on the matte side than the creamier side, but they don't dry out my lips. As long as it doesn't dry out my lips, I'm good. But I like the long payoff as well, and that's what these lipsticks do provide, as opposed to a satin finish that I have on my lips right now. So moving on to the second brand, it is ColourPop. Oh my gosh, I love ColourPop. All their releases always suck me in, and have you seen that new Mulan collection? I absolutely want it, even though I'm being super frugal right now with my finances. I'm so glad that they're coming out with like a collection and not just the lip trio that they were teasing. I feel like I need the whole thing. Got an email from AMC saying, hey, your refund is on the way, and I was a little upset. Actually, I was very upset. Me and Catherine were crushed. We were looking forward to going opening night. Guess we'll do a virtual hangout via Netflix now. Focusing back on ColourPop. ColourPop's eyeshadows are some of my absolute favorites. One, the price point is amazing. You can't beat $12 for 9 shades. And two, the quality of the shadows. Everything blends so nice. The shimmers are popping. The payoff is there. I swear, anytime they come out with the palette, I feel like I need it. It's almost obligatory to buy it because you know what you're going to get when purchasing one of their palettes. They are so consistent with their formula. I haven't been disappointed. I'm only disappointed in myself for sleeping on palettes like Just My Luck. And now I can't stop using it. I use it for Mardi Gras, St. Patty's Day. I'm pretty sure I own every single ColourPop palette that has been released. I do have 2 face products. I have blush. I love these Super Shock cheek blushes. This shade is Growth Flirt. Doesn't even look like I've used it, but I dig my brush into it. I don't know why the print just wants to stay. Even swatching it, it doesn't even look like I dipped into it. Anywho, that's when you know your product's gonna last a while. But this blush, it's one of my favorite shades of all time. What's nice about these is they build up super nice. You can either take a brush very lightly and have like a more natural blush. You could build it up to be dramatic like on the swatch. It goes with so many different looks. Smoky eyes, colorful looks, neutral looks, versatile blush, and I love it. And these are about, what, $7? So you can't go wrong. Anytime they release a blush with any of their collections, I'm just like, I want it. Just like, no, bitch, you have 20 ColourPop blushes. Why do you need another? It sucks me in every single time. Same with their highlighters. The only highlighter that I ever use that I own from ColourPop is Flexitarian. And do I ever use it on my cheekbones? No, I use it for inner corner highlights. They're so creamy, blinding. Like, look at that. Bitch! Shine bright like a diamond. I I have no idea why. I just use it for my inner corners and not as like an actual highlight. I love inner corner highlights for looks, and if I can never decide if I want to use a shade from the palette or any other single ones, which I have like what, two, this and the Ace Beauté one that I don't even use anymore. Sorry, BOXYCHARM, but I always resort to Flexitarian instead. I feel like I'm never gonna go through this if I'm just using it for inner corners. That's where I'm like, I should probably expand, maybe highlighting my brow bone or my nose, my Cupid's bow. I tried that a couple times. It was a shit show, so no. Moving to the lip products. You already know that I'm going to mention one of their cream lipsticks. Yes, this is the shade Layover, because if I use Hello Stranger, it would have been too predictable. It's already on my lips, so it is predictable. This is probably my favorite nude lipstick. I know some of you are probably going, that is not nude. It's nude for me. If I can't decide if this colorful look is going to go well with any other lip shade, I go to this color, or a neutral look, this color, and the cream formula is my absolute favorite. My dry lips absolutely love it. It is more of a satin finish, so it's not as long wearing, but if I'm not eating, drinking, kissing, whatever you're into, it's pretty long wearing. And of course I had to include a liquid lipstick. I have tried the Kylie one. It doesn't compare. I'd rather pay $5 or however many dollars these are these days, because it's more long wearing and not nearly as drying as Kylie's liquid lipstick. So that was probably the worst formula I've ever used, and they pretty much have the same ingredients. That's why I'm just like, nope, just get the ColourPop, just get the ColourPop. You're just paying for Kylie's name at that point, even though I love that concealer and her face palette. Some items are worth it. Not all of them. This is the shade Tool. This is one of my favorite liquid lipstick shades. It's definitely a beautiful dark mauve, and I love my mauve shades. These liquid lipsticks are one of the most long-wearing formulas you will ever use. You can't beat the price. Anytime anyone ever asks me what liquid lipstick formula, I always say ColourPop. It's in Ulta. You can swatch, figure out what shade you like the best, and if you have issues with it, you can just return it there. That's my biggest thing with ColourPop. Their pricing and the quality are just so perfect, but it also makes them so dangerous because I don't need every collection that comes out. With that mauve collection that just came out. Whew. And then the third brand is Gerard Cosmetics. I absolutely adore this brand so much. Their products are so good. I'm so glad I bought a mystery box last year, and I've been loving their products ever since. And the newest product to me from Gerard Cosmetics are their highlighters. This is the shade Lucy. It is absolutely stunning. First of all, look how much product that you get. And I really like this compact, even though I broke it on another one, but that's besides the point. They are so creamy, and that's what Lucy looks like swatched. I really enjoy these highlighters when I have a more neutral look because it's not nearly as dramatic, but I still want a little bit of glow. I'm so happy I finally got to try these. These have been on my radar for so long, and I haven't been disappointed with it. And it's just because I haven't really done many neutral looks that I haven't been reaching for it nearly as much. But I definitely think for the next Shop My Stash, I'm going to put it in. That way I can remember to use it. Hands down, my favorite lip liner formula is Gerard Cosmetics. They are so creamy. And I think that's why I always stayed away from lip liners, is because of how hard they were on your lips, and they would break every time for being so hard, and my lips absolutely hated it. And this is the shade Luna. I really like Luna because it can go with my pink lipsticks or my more nude lipsticks. Maybe I can get away with using pretty much any lipstick shade with it. I think the only thing that would make this liner a little bit better is to be retractable, because I tend to lose my pencil sharpener quite frequently. Sometimes they'll run promotions of $5 lip liners, which is amazing in my opinion. That's pretty much drugstore price. Pretty sure I stocked up on that sale one time, bought every single lip liner. Here I am, still not using lip liners. They also have a really good bullet lipstick formula. This is the shade London Fog. Such a unique shade. I probably sound like a broken record, but I mean, they're just so good. They have really fun shade range. This is the most unique shade that I have, but I have a lot of their red or vampy or hot pink shades, but they also have some corals, nudes, oranges, if you like those. And their Hydra Matte liquid lipsticks, again, one of my favorite formulas of all time. This is Gravity. Can you tell the difference between the two? I love how these dry down. They're long wearing. Sometimes for the bullet and liquid lipsticks, they'll run promotions like 3 for $20. I love that they do so many different deals to try more of their products or just add different shades when you like the formulas. The last product, if you have guessed it, it is their Slay All Day setting sprays. I am obsessed with them. I have most of the scents. This is Mango. It seems to only really make an appearance when they have mystery boxes, but my favorite scents are Cucumber and Watermelon. But just watch. You'll see how misty and the spray radius is. ta-da, my face is all set. Just be careful breathing right away after setting it. Because of the scent, it is a little strong. You can burn your nose. Unless my nose is just super sensitive. Ever since I used this setting spray, I haven't even reached for my all-nighter, except it's in my project pan to use up. And any setting spray that I either get in a box or I'm feeling bold and adventurous, I always compare it to Slay All Day. It's been my holy grail for about a year now. As I mentioned about the sales, I always pick up a couple of the Slay All Days because I'm gonna go through it. Mango's almost used up, and cucumber, we're making some good progress. And I have a watermelon one too somewhere. So the last two brands are skincare. Who do you think they are? Now, if you guessed Tatcha or Sunday Riley, very good guesses, but they did not make the cut. But if one of your guesses was Elemis, yes, I absolutely love this brand, and all of the products from Elemis that I'm about to go over are repurchased. I know, I'm very shocked. I test out so much skincare that it's very rare that I might actually repurchase products. So the first product is this Elemis balm, and I have issues recommending it because it's essentially the same exact thing as the Clinique Take the Day Off balm, but this is the bougier version. You get the same amount of product, you just pay double the price. Like, there's just something about this balm that it's just so satisfying, taking off all your makeup. I think it was part of the Ulta Love Your Skin event earlier this year that it was 50% off, which I usually buy one, but I have a new cleansing balm in my routine right now. I don't think I love it nearly as much as this, but that's the thing. I love this so much that anytime I try a new balm, I think of this. It's just like the Gerard Cosmetics setting spray. This has created such a high standard that this is all I want, but it's just expensive. If it was half the price, I'd be okay with it. Elemis is very expensive. Tatcha and Sunday Riley are expensive, but Elemis is the next step up. Luckily, I was panning another product that I was able to conserve a little bit of this, but now that product is panned, spoiler alert, we have resorted back to this and the new one that I'm trying out. Next is the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream. I was so upset when we ran out of it because we got it in BOXYCHARM last year. So luckily my mom had this, and she said because I guess that she's older that the Marine Cream line does nothing for her. She gave me all of her products that she had in the Marine Cream line. Yay, it definitely saved me money because this is definitely expensive. I can't remember if it's like $89 or $128, but this was just on sale, Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I almost bought a backup, but I was like, nope, chill. You have a lot of products from your boxes. Use what you have. I really enjoy it because you can use it both morning and night. My dry skin loves it. It doesn't leave me greasy at all. The moisture stays pretty locked in throughout the entire day, and your face feels so good if you use it at night the next day. But it goes back to the price. The next product, I feel almost blasphemous in that I'm cheating on the Glow Recipe Watermelon Sleep Mask. It is the Elemis Peptide Plumping Pillow Facial. Oh my gosh, this pretty much ruined me on sleep masks because I preach about that Glow Recipe Watermelon Sleep Mask. I recommend it anytime I talk about skincare. Don't get me wrong, I love Watermelon Sleep Mask, but this is where it's at. This ruined me, and it dethroned Watermelon Sleep Mask. It just makes me so sad because the Watermelon Sleep Mask was the first one I used, fell in love with. That's why I'm into sleep masks. Then my mom got me this, and I'm just like, oh, it's amazing, but why you ruin me? I felt like I had to go through a really bad breakup with Watermelon Sleep Mask. I think that my face just felt a little bit more softer, a little bit more plumped, rejuvenated, youthful. I don't know if it's psychological. It's just like the word Elemis is blinding me from it, but this is it. It's gonna look like I haven't used these next two products, but it's because I repurchased them and then I haven't even like reached for them because I'm trying out all these other different things. Elemis Soothing Apricot Toner. Funny story about this, the first time I used this was when I was staying with my mom for like Christmas or something in college, and I took this from her because it was so good. She was like, hey, do you know what happened in my Elemis toner? No. Psych. I love this, and I'm not really a fan of toners that have sprayers because like the Kapari one kind of sucks, but this is actually not bad. It has a decent spray radius. Don't talk and spray at the same time. It smells and tastes like apricots, fun fact. I never tasted it until now. Don't really recommend that. It rushes moisture and hydration back to your face after you cleanse. It works so nice with your serums, moisturizers, treatments, etc. The reason why I haven't been using this nearly as much is because I fell in love with Rose, and I love Rose and my Thayer's Witch Hazel and Mamande. I think that this will actually be coming in sooner rather than later. I keep spoiling everything in this video, but it's okay. I'm excited. This actually did get dethroned from the Mamande one. I wonder if I put it back in my routine, if this would dethrone Mamande and they'll just be at a constant battle. Kamehameha. And the last product, I'm surprised that you can use this both morning and night, every single day because it's definitely a little bit more intense. It is the Elemis Dynamic Resurfacing Facial Wash. You have to use sunscreen, and that's very important because this will increase sensitivity of your skin. And maybe that's why I'm just like, why would you use this twice a day, every day? I will use this in replacement of exfoliating that day. This product has definitely defined my limitations with sensitive skin. And it makes me sad because I really like this and I would use it twice a day, every day, but that's why I don't tend to always reach for this product. What if I forget to put SPF on that day and I step out into the sun and I burn like a vampire? And then the last brand is Ole Henriksen. I absolutely adore this skincare brand, and I was so excited to see Trend Mood do it. Ole Henriksen takeover box. I think 3 of the products that I'm talking about are actually in that box. The first one is a more makeup item, and it's the most recent one to me. It is the Banana Bright Face Primer. I love this primer so much. I was a little skeptical about when it was first released, and I have to thank Get This Glowing because she sent me an Ole Henriksen gift set for Christmas, and I have been obsessed with this primer ever since. It wears really nice with foundations, but you don't necessarily have to wear it with makeup. It says that it can be worn alone, and there is vitamin C in it, so it helps with brightening. So I think it works well with some products in your makeup collection that offer a little bit more luminosity. I've been using it sparingly because of how much that I have. I've just been enjoying it a lot. I haven't talked much about this on my channel because I set it aside for a review, and I was like, wait, where is it for this video? Y'all know how much I love eye creams, and Banana Bright eye cream is my absolutely holy grail. There is an eye cream that I'm using right now, and it pills underneath my eyes. I have never had a cream or moisturizer ever do that to me, and I have been missing this. In that gift set that Jeannie got me had this Banana C eye cream, and I've been dying without it, and I was so excited to see this in it. It's a nice thick eye cream. It provides a lot of hydration. I definitely see some brightening of my discoloration. I like to think it helps my wrinkles. I think wrinkles almost are irreversible at this point. Hey, psychology helps. One of my friends, Megan, actually uses this as an eyeshadow base. She'll put it underneath her under eyes and on her lids. I personally haven't tried it, but I think that's gonna be something on my list to try in the near future. Yeah, this will be in my project pan coming up. As you can tell, there's a little bit left. This is the Balancing Force Oil Control Toner. I have mentioned time and time again, I am dry skin, but spring and summer like to wreck my skin, and I will go through those oil absorbing pads super quick. This toner was a lifesaver because I guess my moisturizer was just enhancing my pores to secrete more oil. I felt like this definitely did help in combination with the cleanser. This is the Find Your Balance Oil Control Cleanser. These 2 products are my go-to combination for spring and summer. I don't know how it will help super oily skin, but that's what the green line is formulated for, is oily skin. I can only talk about my experience with it, which is someone that is definitely dry but has combination in her T-zone. But in the spring and summer, my cheeks, my forehead, everything be oily. Definitely see myself buying another bottle of this when it runs out. Pollen and humidity are slowly in full force here. And the last product is the Cold Plunge Pore Mask. This is one of my favorite masks of all times. It feels so nice on the skin. It has that cooling effect, as its name states, and I feel like you can leave it on for such a long time that it doesn't crack up your face. What was I doing? I was cleaning my makeup brushes. I had this, and I definitely had it on way past the 10 to 20 minute mark that it recommends. My face looked real good after taking it off. I was shocked how smooth and hydrated it felt because I was a little bit worried that my face was going to be dehydrated instead, and I felt like it really helped my texture that I had going on, helped remove a little bit of blackheads on my nose. It's overall a really good mask. This is my second bottle of it. I'm going to continue to purchase it. I wish it would bring back the holiday duo that it was in a couple years ago. It was this and a scrub for like 40 bucks. Couldn't beat it at that point. These are my top 5 products from 5 different brands. I would love to know what your top 5 products from 5 different brands are. Do we have any of the same products or brands? I would definitely love to know. Did any of these products or brands surprise you? Which brand did you think I was going to choose but ended up not? And don't forget to check out Kayla for her top 5 products from 5 different brands. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and if you don't, I appreciate your view anyways, and I'll see you in the next video.